I think what we've got to get serious about is our beef. It's time for the beef. This is that moment, folks. I've had it resting here in our roasting pan. It's time to break up that love affair. And I'm just gonna pull these guys out onto my cutting board. No, I'll be civil. There's strangers in the house. We're filming. I'm gonna grab a nice piece of parchment. And, ooh! I'm gonna grab my tenderloins. I mean, this is a job. I gotta manhandle these guys. 20 people coming over. All right. What do I mean by beef tenderloin? I mean, you have filet mignon, you know that it's like the king of luxury and steak eating, just perfectly tender and lean and wonderful. Well, this is a ton of filet mignon, uncut, stuck together. This is a beef tenderloin, and I'm going to roast these suckers within an inch of their lives. Just be so delicious and sumptuous, and a real centerpiece for all the other notes of luxury that are going into this amazing dinner. So I'm gonna rinse out my roasting pan here and get this right onto our stovetop, where I'm going to get both of my burners on to high, because the next step here is to sear off these tenderloins in the roasting pan. We're going to get them nice and browned all over, and then we'll get these guys into the oven and bring them up to our perfect medium rare. All right, every burner's on. It's getting real. I like it. We can handle it. Let's roll through it. Okay, I took the liberty of pre-salting these guys about 4 hours ago, so they've already got plenty of taste building, external taste building going down here, but I'm gonna salt a little bit more, hit these guys with my makeshift pepper mill. I've just been too busy to fill up my big pepper mill. I don't know what to tell you, and this is delicious pepper anyway, so I'm cool with it. And get ready to get these guys into my pan. Want searing hot though, so I'm gonna give this a couple more minutes to really get going. Okay, searing roasting pan is up to a nice hot temperature. At least I think it is. It would have to be. We've had that going for probably 10 minutes now. I'm gonna douse it down with some olive oil. Yeah, that's how we know it's going. Gonna kick our fan into high gear here, and we're gonna officially christen. And oh, thank you, Richard. Wonderful platters for serving hors d'oeuvres arriving here. We're going to go ahead and christen our evening of cooking. Here they go. All right, I'm going to do these one at a time. I just want to make sure they don't steam. If I crowd my roasting pan, I'm going to get steamed meat. I want seared, nice, crispy, crusty meat. So it's going to take a little time, but we're going to get this going. It's probably going to be 20 minutes of searing for both of these, 10 minutes each. Just going to begin to examine. Really wonderful. Yeah. This is browning up beautifully, and I do want to take a minute. I've only salted one side of this tenderloin, so while we have the belly exposed, I'm going to take a chance to salt and pepper. Yeah! Alright, so I just went ahead and flipped our tenderloin. Just going to keep rolling this side to side, side by side, until we get a nice brown sear on the full circumference, love that, of the tenderloin, and then we'll get number 2 in the pan. It's all going to be great, don't worry. I just want to welcome back to the party our Phase 1 Bordelaise sauce that we worked on this morning. If you remember, we reduced that wine from 6 cups down to 1.5 cups. So we have all that wonderful liquid waiting to be refattened. Talking about a Bordelaise, it was all about getting the water out of the ingredients. We sucked the water out of the vegetables and the wine and the veal and just really condensed flavor. Now we're reconstituting flavor with fat. We've sucked the water out. We're replacing with fat that's coming through our poached beef marrow. So I'm going to get that Phase 1 base sauce back up to a nice simmer, and then we'll begin adding in our fat from there. Alright, we've got our first hors d'oeuvre tray ready. I've got some just beautifully thinly sliced pieces of artisan brezola, which my wife, it's her favorite charcuterie. It really is something that means celebration for her. So we always have brezola at our events that are for celebrating her victories, and they're all mutual victories actually. But we have a brezola with our favorite cheese, a bambouche, which is a soft, ash-ripened goat cheese. It's a goat cheese that just oozes. It's just oozy and loosey and wonderful and fabulous. And Here comes Mommy Gal. What do you think?
Oh my god.
Hi, Shmoo.
Oh!
Hi. Oh, what do you think, Shmoo?
He approved.
Okay. We're going to get real about our Bordelaise here. I've been poaching our oft-discussed bone marrow, hi mama, in whatever we've been poaching it in for quite some time now. I'm now going to transfer this over into our Phase 1 Bordelaise base sauce.
Oh, opa!
Small kitchen fire, just the tiniest of kitchen fires. Taking a clean piece of parchment right here, laying it out totally clean. Using it to receive fresh, wonderful beef tenderloin. See ya! Crappy old raw tenderloin. Whew. And now I can return my beautiful beef. And this is just gonna hang out here with me for about 10 minutes while we sear off our second tenderloin. Last thing we activate is going to be our pasta. So I've just got that pasta pot hanging out there. I'm really talking myself through this at this point more than anything for your sake. I would love to get this tenderloin in the oven. And I think we're ready for that. Gonna get both of these guys back in the pan. The arrival of Camille and the completion of the baked hot crab halibut casserole. Boy, didn't it turn into something wonderful. Welcome everybody to our home. Crab dip. Okay. This is where my anxiety over beef cooking temperatures begins to come to a bit of a head. I can never seem to get an instant read thermometer to work all that well, but I actually think that due to a prolonged searing time on the stovetop, our tenderloins are actually within 10 or 15 degrees of being ready for slicing. So I'm just gonna pop them into my 325-degree oven for maybe 5 minutes. I'm actually gonna set the 5-minute timer. I just wanna use this couple of minutes in the oven to bring uniformity to the heat. And actually, after the high intensity searing that we had on the stovetop for so long, I kind of just want the meat to have a minute to rest in a nice sort of sauna. Then we're going to get it covered in foil and we'll begin resting it for the first half of our dinner so that by the time we're ready to carve into that beef table side, it's luscious and perfect and good to go. We've got the Mommy Gal here, already in her birthday outfit, looking fantastic. We've got some lovely guests arriving.
Oh my goodness.
Look who's over here.
Hey.
Hi, everybody. Hello. There's a lot going on here. Ooh, love it. Boy, it's getting fun around here. So I'm beginning to prepare our caviar presentation, which I want to take a little time with amid the chaos, because I know I talk a lot about flying free and easy. When it comes to caviar, I'm not a prissy pants. I actually think that if you're going to serve caviar and go to that kind of hoity-toity place, you've got to balance it a little bit with like a little country charm too. That's at least how I roll. So I don't serve it with mother of pearl spoons. I use plastic spoons. I use my Cassou labels from Le Creuset and a little bit of nice liquor store-bought ice. And that's how I roll with caviar. Well, hello. Hi there, Shmoo. Hi.
We've got some caviar here.
We do have some caviar here. Shmoo, this is caviar. The theory is that our beef is finished, so I'm going to go ahead and get it onto our carving platter. As such, I'm going to lay out our beef right here to rest. There will be no foil tent, ladies and gentlemen. Daddy Guy's kitchen is out of foil. Voila. Okay, so I'm just going to take a minute. I'm looking in my roasting pan for my tenderloin, and we're talking just like yummy, delicious. I want to make sure you can see this. You get the idea that we're just like full of yummy, delicious, roasted flavor here. There's a lot of great fat there. I think my Bordelaise could are you saying, come here, come here. We love you.
The best gift I've ever had.
There'd be no Daddy Guy's kitchen if it weren't for Shmoo Magoo, my beautiful son.
Shmoo Magoo.
Good night. Good night. Okay, get out of here. Long story short, I'm taking all this pan dripping out of my roasting pan. I'm putting it right into the Bordelaise. I'm going to whisk that last stand of flavor right into our sauce. It's approaching time to taste that Bordelaise. I don't even have time to re-mic myself. I just wanted to, for a second, oh my lord. I have to go say hello to my guests for a second. I can't wait because we're just about to close things off and round the bend here in Daddy Guy's kitchen. But it was a fun, we took the time to pull these little squares of paper off together. And I just wanted you to be able to see the beautiful cake plate that results when you follow this technique. And sure enough, you buy enough liquor from somebody, you become buds. Here he is in Daddy Guy's kitchen. He's been such a huge help because I've been like nervous and afraid and anxious through this whole dinner party planning process. You can't do an event like this and not have great people to delegate to. Sean has swooped in, handled all of our wine pairings, got them here to the house. I didn't have to go to the liquor store. It was a huge help. So thank you, Sean.
Well, thank you, Clark, and thank you for having me here to your Daddy Guy show today.
So I went to Sean and I said we're having a 2-course meal and we're going to really focus on white wines for the first, red for the second. As you now know from sticking with me all day, we're starting our meal tonight with this wonderful grilled kale and romaine Caesar salad that we're so excited about. And we're going to be pairing that with our baked crab hot challah dip that you've seen us pulling together. That just said white wines to me, crisp, mineral, just bone-dry white wine.
So from Loire Valley, which I'm not sure if everybody is familiar with Loire Valley, beautiful place, river running through, everything there, soil, minerally, a lot of big rocks. You look at it and you say, how does wine grow here? You see these big boulders, and what happens is from that soil, these roots reach real deep, get this beautiful minerality that comes through fantastically in the wine. It's bone dry, so it's got this real crisp minerality, and it's light. So, well, because we also have a little bit of Burgundy as well.
Wonderful. And this really, I was really content to go with this Muscadet that he found for us. But then yesterday he came over to the house to do a little prep work. He walked in with this Burgundy.
Burgundy is delicious, and if you haven't had it, you should have it. Not like California Chardonnay. You get this beautiful balance, not big, too much butter, not too much oak that kind of ruins the whole balance of everything. Even if this is the perfect pairing for whatever we're gonna have, you gotta drink the wine that you like. And we've just found some great wines that are approachable to everybody, but will pair with all of this.
Yeah.
So we're gonna drink some wines that everybody's going to enjoy. Côte de Rhône is what we're going to be drinking, which usually is a blend between a multitude of things, generally Grenache, Syrah, Mourvedre, and salt. But this is a Grenache and Syrah blend, and it's going to have that big mouthfeel, really kind of velvety tones. So that steak that's going to be so succulent. This is going to be that beautiful soft red wine that's just going to pair with it really nice. It's got notes of raspberry.
I told you this is how you would know we were entering the home stretch. Tagliatelle is going into our pasta water, which is just piping away here on the stove. I'm going to grab my salt. Please don't ever, after a day of hard work, not salt your pasta water. It will count for nothing. Into the pot. I'm doing 3 pounds of pasta. Again, I've got 20 people in the room right now. If you just got 4, you're going overboard, but I'm not doing that math for you. I party big. Okay, and oh hi. What do you propose to do with that? All right, pasta done in 8 minutes. That will hopefully be our absolute last step in this meal. So for now, I'm just gonna rapid fire, haul stuff out of the kitchen, get it where it belongs. We're gonna start with, I think, the first dish to be fully finished today, which has been, and folks, pay attention, this is what you will now be enjoying for your dinner. Our hot baked crab and challah bread bowl. Challah indeed. All right, for those of you that have been following the storyline of our homemade toasted pecan infused homemade carrot cake with fluffed cream cheese frosting, it's heading out of the kitchen. We did it. Thank you for sticking with me. We have some wonderful elements for our grilled Caesar salad. This is shreds, shards, whatever you want to call them, of romaine lettuce that we grilled on a cast iron plancha. I'm just going to begin to layer these into this wonderful, just oversized bowl here. You can do anything with a salad bowl this size. All right, I'm just going to use my tongs to toss a little bit of dressing in here. Caesar.
And what is the dressing?
Oh dear Lord, with the questions this crew. Anchovies, salt, garlic, oil, just magic deliciousness. Egg yolks, lemon, and now, we've just been so excited about this. I found these kale flowers at the local farm this week. I guess these are the flowers of kale, but they're like little mini kale stalks. They're so wonderful. Again, just like our romaine, we grilled those up on the plancha. I'm just going to toss our kale flowers into this Caesar. It brings just a dark, kind of charred up, smoky flavor and a heck load, oh my goodness, a crap ton of nutrition to this Caesar salad. I'm just going to go, if they don't like kale, they can go to somebody else's house. A little bit more of our romaine. Going to check on our pasta. Chef's best tool are his ears. And oh, it's just graciously boiling right away. My timer says 4 minutes, so it's about to get even more real in here if that were possible. All right. And we'll offer this, of course, tableside for those that might like a little bit extra. We don't want to limit anybody's decadence here on such an auspicious birthday occasion. This is our Bordelaise sauce, which is chock full of these giant chunks of that poached bone marrow that we've been soaking since last night. But some folks might be skittish about the bone marrow. I get it. We're going to trick them, as if they're not all watching right now. But I am going to play the courtesy of sieving out the bone marrow and using that as a garnish for our roasted tenderloin. So I just have to ever so carefully now sieve off our Bordelaise. I'm going to put the Bordelaise right here. So beef done. I would call that a day. I don't know what more you might want. Does that... Ask and you shall receive, seek and ye shall find. Why not go for a little glory with a couple of shaves of Parmigiano Reggiano? When in doubt, top it with Parm Reg. And like any good disciple of real culture, I'm going to put a bowl inside my colander, making sure that when I pour off my pasta cooking water, I don't lose it because it's gold and I can use it for days to reconstitute whatever pasta. Not that I think there's going to be any left at this party, but my insurance policy that I don't forget. I'm expecting to hear a timer any second. Pasta's done. Now that we're fully steamed up and facialized, I'm gonna not pour all this into one bowl at one time because we're talking 3 pounds of pasta, a lot of volume there. But I want to give you guys at home just a sense of how we're going to begin to pull this pasta together. Just gonna dump a nice portion into our beautiful Italian lemon serving vessel. A couple of hours ago, we finished up our lemon, butter, white pepper, and salt and lemon zest pasta sauce. So we're just gonna pour this right over top. Beautiful white peppered lemon butter. And give this a hearty toss. And when you're preparing to top a pasta with just 100% fantastic, decadent, delicious caviar, I wouldn't suggest you do too much to it. Who wants to take the pasta to the buffet? Pasta's done, steak is done, crab dip is out, cake is out, Bordelaise is on the table. Folks, that is a wrap. Welcome to the dinner party. We did it. Hallelujah. Thank you for your support. We're going to have a couple of drinks. Where's my wife? Lovey, please. The reason for all of this.
Yes.
Believe it or not, it wouldn't be fun to do any of this if it weren't for you. You give me my ideas, you help me execute on them, you let me know when they're a little bit too crazy, and believe it or not, this one did not fall above that line. So here we are, we did it.
Isn't that great?
And isn't that great? I love you. Happy birthday. All right, let's do it. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.